Spirit Talker, Spoken Wisdom. We're going to talk about our choice of being the chosen. And being the chosen is not the chosen of our fathers on earth, but it's our Father in heaven. We are that chosen angel. We are that chosen goddess. We are the chosen children of God because God chose us. He chose that time when our mother became pregnant. Not our fathers on earth. Again, if you take the time and ask your father, he did not really have no intention on the birth of you or that particular moment. And if he did, it still wasn't left up to him. It was left up to God. So God chose you. You are that chosen. So understand that. And then, are you willing to choose God? The beautiful dynamics on how God has things set up is for you to choose the better man or the better child. Again, man's child is a man and a woman. That's why he has no problem marrying them off as a man and woman. That's what marriage is about, between a man and a woman. God, child, is a lady and gentleman on earth. And in heaven, you're an angel and a goddess. Do you understand that? Since I've been writing my book, I've asked every woman, if you had a choice to be a mother to God's child, man's child, which one would you choose? And they say they choose to be a mother to God's child. And I agree with them. The man has lived up poorly. We're a poor father. We can do better. God gave her creation. He gave her his first name when you're only willing to give her your last name. You don't even want to pay child support. You barely watch the children. Okay, we barely change the diapers. You know what I'm saying? We don't really raise that child, nurture that child. We don't parent the child like we should. We have limitations on how we want to provide, and we protect sometimes for the wrong reasons. And it's sad. Our 3 P's is very sad what we do and how we live up to them. But again, ready? You have to choose. Again, your mother chose God. God chose you. I know that betrayal that you feel if you don't choose your daddy's seed. That's my dad, or that's my dad. That's my father. I know that feeling. God gave us one mother and 2 fathers. The Father on earth and the Father in heaven. Who are you going to choose? Who are you going to choose? That's the question. You got to choose the better father. I know what father I chose. I had 6 foster fathers, 1 biological father. And my biological father didn't raise me, but I looked just like that man. And he was a bad man. Roy Rogers Frazier's. Bad man. You hear me? You know, even still, you know, he was a tough man. I respect him. You know, scares the picture. Pissed me off when I see how much I looked like him. When I grew up hating that man because, you know, he didn't take care of my mama. He didn't take care of me. I ended in foster care. I was mad. Okay, like I said, I was raised in chaos. I didn't want to listen to the men that act like they were my fathers, fake, phony, and foolish. For me to believe in somebody, it ain't my blood. Okay, I was raised in that era. Do you understand? And for me to be where I'm at in my life and be able to understand the difference, chaos. I fought against it. Trust me, fake child, phony child, foolish child, an orphan child. That's what the world I was raised in. Nobody likes to deal with the show. Going to school and being a foster child, people looked at you wear free lunches. Trust me, chaos. I know. But my trials, I didn't blame on my mother. I can't blame on my daddy. They were designed by Jesus. Granted to me by God. God told me, even if you don't know your father, you can't believe in your father's seed. You can't put this all on your mother because you just got to be proud that she gave you life. Believe in the Spirit of God, and I will get you through. God is not above you. God is not in front of you. God is inside you. Again, that message came from God. I was a very young child. That's the only true father I always had with me when I went somewhere different. For me to learn how to go to sleep without my mother. For me to learn how to go to sleep without my father in some strange person's house. They always treated their biological kids better than us. A foster child If you ask any foster child, what is the most hated? What child hates you the most? It's the biological child that lives in that home, that has to share its mother or father. See, nobody wants to talk about that. That child is always mad at you. He got to split and share things with you that he don't realize. Your mom and dad getting paid for me to be here, boy. Don't be mad at me. But guess what? Sometimes we bond. You know, we become real brothers and sisters. Because brothers and sisters fight and argue. Well, we end up mending like that and doing that. The biological children, woo, they harsh. They harsh. Especially if they're older. Okay? But it doesn't matter. I survived it. But I made that choice not to live as the man, because the man in me been through some shit. There's a bunch of different type of men in me. Bunch of different type of men. Spirit talker.